Hello, and once again, welcome to this week's Tech News. For this week, we'll take a look at crypto mining softwares that bypass LHR GPUs or light hash rate GPUs, issues on Amazon's New World, and more. So do stick around. Before we move on, do check out our website if you're looking for promotions on PC products or PC related services. Currently, we have a promotion on this set, including the services, so if you are interested, do give us a visit. Check out the link in the description below. Despite Nvidia's best efforts to deter crypto mining by introducing light hash rate or LHR graphics cards, people still find ways to subvert this. It's reported that a crypto mining software called T-Rex is able to restore up to 70% of the mining performance on the RTX 30 series LHR GPUs. This isn't the first software that's able to do this. That title probably belongs to NBMiner. But T-Rex comes with an extra feature that lets users mine two different cryptocurrencies at the same time. How this works is by devoting 30% of the performance to mining Ethereum, and the remaining 70% to another cryptocurrency such as Ergo, Ravencoin, or Cornflux. Considering how much more profitable Ethereum is compared to other mentioned currencies, you thought that more power should be dedicated to that one at least. But unfortunately for miners, that's not the case, since it doesn't let the 70% power to be used on Ethereum. While both softwares haven't been able to fully utilize an LHR card to mine a specific currency, T-Rex is the closest thing we've got to right now, and it's probably a matter of time when crypto mining softwares can fully bypass the LHR restrictions, and that's a whole nother Pandora's box waiting to be unveiled. A couple of months ago, Amazon's New World beta was released. While the game itself was well received, there was a bit of an issue, particularly the game not having an FPS limit, causing GPUs to overload. Fast forward a few months later, New World has finally officially launched, and there's still problems. Some players have problems with the graphics cards. Well, specifically their graphics cards. You think that Amazon hasn't really fixed this issue, but according to their official statement, that's not the case. They mentioned after extensive investigation, they were unable to identify any unusual behavior on the part of the New World that could cause these problems. EVGA has already confirmed errors in the production of some GeForce RTX cards, end quote. We wouldn't blame you to think that Amazon's just trying to shift the blame, but EVGA did confirm that the first batch of RTX 3090 cards built a year ago had faulty solder joints, which in turn caused the cards to die under the strain of New World. And if it wasn't New World, it would have been some other game or application. But then again, other cards from different manufacturers had also reported they got bricked, so needless to say, the full story isn't really clear for now, and Amazon might need more explaining to do. With the Steam Deck coming soon in December, to the ones who pre-ordered, there have been questions about it, some of it regarding the components inside and whether they're replaceable or upgradable, and just recently, Valve posted a video on YouTube that shows the process of Steam Deck teardown, and they mainly focus on the thumbsticks and the SSD replacement. Now, while the purpose of the video is to make it easier for those who want to replace these components, Valve made it clear that the SSD replacement is not recommended. They even already mentioned it in the thumbnail, so that's saying something at least. Like, damaging the battery could leave the whole thing on fire, opening the case weakens its structural integrity, and static electricity potentially frying the integrated circuit. Even with all of these warnings, we shouldn't be surprised that people will still be doing this. And while Valve acknowledges that this will happen, they won't be liable to the damages that was done from you doing this. This means you won't get a warranty to cover this initially. So if you want to replace any parts, leave it to the professionals. If you want to know more details about the disassembly of the console, check out their video. We'll drop a link in the description below or on the top right of the screen. Before we move on, we'd like to divert your attention to TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is a browser extension to help you on your endeavors for content creating in YouTube. TubeBuddy has a bunch of tools that will make it easy for you to manage your channel, like uploading checklists, thumbnail generator, comment filters, and more. It's free to use on Google Chrome, Firefox, and Microsoft Edge. So for content creators out there, do give it a try. Now let's U-turn back to the video. Now Intel Alder Lake will soon be announced, supposedly during the Intel Innovation event on the 20th of October. And with that, Gregory M. Brandt, Executive Vice President, GM Client Computing Group at Intel, has revealed in Twitter, of all places, the first official photo of the Intel Alder Lake CPU. The photo shows an engineer holding two Intel Alder Lake CPUs, and from the looks of it, not much has changed according to video cards. Now to clarify that, video cards did leak out engineering samples of the CPU almost a year ago, and if we compare engineer sample 1 and 2 with the official one, not much is different, at least from what we can see. We might need to wait a bit longer for public benchmarks of the CPU to be released though, since retailers won't be shipping them until 4th of November, so look forward to that. Now, a bit of bad news here, particularly for the ones using AMD processors. AMD announced that all of its Windows 11 compatible processors can suffer from reduced performance in some applications when you use it with the new operating system. It says here that for the affected apps, you can expect a performance impact of 3 to 5%, and for some games that's commonly used for esports, that could go up to 10 to 15%. Yikes. The errors impact every Ryzen CPU supported in Windows 11. This means all Zen Plus, Zen 2, and Zen 3 CPUs that comprises the Ryzen 2000 series, 3000 series, 4000 series, and 5000 series processors. In addition, selected AMD EPYC processors from data centers along with some newer Athlon chips are also impacted. Now, we shouldn't have to worry too much about that, as a software update and a Windows update are expected to arrive this month to address the current issue. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard about what went down with Twitch, but in case you don't know, on Wednesday an anonymous hacker on 4chan claimed to have leaked the entirety of Twitch. Yes, the entirety of Twitch, including the source code and the user's payout information. As for now, the 4chan user leaked 128 GB worth of data, and that's only part 1. Yikes. You might ask, how legit is this? Maybe they're pulling everyone's leg. But on the same day, Twitch mentioned that the site indeed had been breached, basically confirmed that the data leak was legit. Understandably, of course, a lot of Twitch users and streamers are worried about their login credentials being compromised, but Twitch had stated that there were not any signs of login credentials being breached or exposed, and in case of credit card information, they are not stored by Twitch themselves anyway, so supposedly they should be fine. In any case, if you do have a Twitch account and you feel a bit paranoid, no one's going to blame you for that. 1, 2, you can go ahead and change your password just to be on the safe side, and we do recommend doing this if you do stream on Twitch. And also a small update that Twitch themselves released a statement saying they resetted everyone's stream keys, so take a look at that. And that is all we're covering for this week. Feel free to leave a like if you've learned something, and come back next time when we'll report more tech news for the week. Again, just subscribe to us if you don't want to miss out on that. And with that, we'll see you in the next video. Take care, stay safe, and see ya.